Welcome viewers. February 14 UPI, former President Donald Trump must pay a $110,000 fine after being held in contempt by a New York court, the state's appeals court ruled Tuesday. In this video we will break it all down for you. But before we continue, please take a minute of your precious time to hit the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell to get the latest update from us. Trump was held in contempt for failing to submit pertinent documents to the Attorney General related to his company, the Trump Organization, in a fraud case. The court ruled that Trump must pay $10,000 per day until meeting the requirements. Once again, the courts have ruled that Donald Trump is not above the law, New York Attorney General Letitia James said. For years, he tried to stall and thwart our lawful investigation into his financial dealings, but today's decision sends a clear message that there are consequences for abusing the legal system. We will not be bullied or dissuaded from pursuing justice. The appeals court found that the New York County Supreme Court's contempt ruling and subsequent fine was appropriate, correctly determined and not excessive. Trump was subpoenaed to submit the documents in December 2021. The fine was levied against him by Justice Arthur Engoron in April, and Trump appealed the decision in May. The decision is the latest in a line of losses by Trump and the Trump Organization. In January, Engoron ruled against the Trump Organization's bid to toss out a $250 million civil lawsuit filed by the Attorney General. His children Ivanka, Eric and Donald Jr. are named in the lawsuit as they are senior executives in the organization. James filed the lawsuit in September. She alleges that the organization was involved in a fraud scheme that misrepresented the value of its assets to gain $250 million in capital. The organization has also been accused of dodging taxes. In January, Alan Weisselberg, the former chief financial officer, was sentenced to 5 months in prison for tax evasion. He testified against the Trump Organization in November as part of his plea agreement. Former President Donald Trump must pay a $110,000 fine to New York Attorney General Letitia James' office after failing to comply with subpoenas issued as part of her probe into his financial dealings, an appeals court ruled Tuesday. The 76-year-old Republican was held in contempt of court in April and fined $10,000 a day until he answered the AG's requests for documents in her investigation of the Trump Organization. The order was lifted in May, with Trump owing James' office a total of $110,000. Trump appealed the decision, but on Tuesday a New York court upheld Judge Arthur Engoron's ruling. The Appellate Division, First Department unanimously shot down Trump's bid to overturn the civil contempt order and fine, finding that Engoron correctly determined that he had prejudicially violated a prior court order to comply with the subpoenas. Once again, the courts have ruled that Donald Trump is not above the law, James said in a statement Tuesday. For years, he tried to stall and thwart our lawful investigation into his financial dealings, but today's decision sends a clear message that there are consequences for abusing the legal system. We will not be bullied or dissuaded from pursuing justice, James said. Trump's lawyer didn't immediately return a request for comment. The AG's office and Trump have been in a bitter legal battle since 2020, when she filed a prior lawsuit claiming the former president's camp was stonewalling her investigation. In response to James' probe, Trump filed 2 lawsuits against her office, claiming she was targeting him for political gain. One of the cases was dismissed, and the other Trump dropped. James has since filed a $250 million lawsuit against Trump, his kids Ivanka, Eric and Donald Trump Jr., and the family real estate company for staggering fraud, including for allegedly overvaluing company assets for loan, insurance and tax benefits. Please, what is your take on this? And remember to subscribe as well. Thanks for watching.